Good day. My name is Wilmer Rosentes from BIT2F FSMB. So today, we're gonna tackle about the different types of roasting levels and types of coffee grinds. So first, we're gonna start in the roast levels. So we have four types of uh, roast. We had a light roast, medium roast, medium dark roast, and dark roast. And to those four roast type of roast, they had a characteristics, two types of characteristics. They had bean characteristics and flavor characteristics and common names. So I'm gonna start at the light roast. In bean characteristic, under the light roast, they had a light brown color and not shiny. So it said that in light roast they had a light brown and not not shiny, then light body and no oil. So the body of the light rose is light body and not that heavy because of the light body of the light rose. Then it said that no oil and difficult to split, uh, not brittle, not it said that it is not easily to break, and flavor characteristics of light roast, they had a higher level of acidity than darker roast. So it said that the light roast had a higher level of acidity than darker roast. So for me, darker roast is better than light roast because light roast had a higher acidity. Then the tasted green taste, delicately nuanced flavors and aroma. So it said that the flavor of the light roast had it nuanced flavors and aroma. Then likely to be a sweet in flavor. So it said that the light roast had a sweet taste. Then retain most of the caffeine from the coffee bean. And the common names of the light roast, they had a light city, half city, cinnamon roast, roasted just before the crack, and New England roast. So that's for the light roast. Then next is medium roast. Bean characteristics of medium roast, they had a medium brown shade, more body than the light roast and no oil. So medium roast is still no oil like the light roast, and it is heavier than the light roast because medium roast had more body, then slightly more brittle, then little smoother texture. In the flavor characteristics of medium roast, they had a milder level of acidity. So it said that the acidity of the medium roast is milder than the light roast, and exhibiting more balance, flavor, aroma, and acidity. So it said that in the medium roast, the flavor, aroma, and acidity of it is balanced and higher level of bitterness than light roast. So the bitterness of the medium roast is higher than the light roast. So caffeine is somewhat decreased. So the caffeine of the medium roast was decreased. Then the common names of the medium roast, they had a regular roast, American roast, city roast, breakfast roast. So that's for the medium roast. So let's proceed to the medium dark roast. In medium dark roast, being characteristic of medium dark roast, they have a richer darker color. So in medium dark roast, they had a richer darker color than light roast and medium roast, and with some oil. So here in the medium dark roast, uh, it had oil, that unlike the medium roast and light roast. And then a little bit shiny, so it's shiny. Then has a heavy body comparison with a light or medium roast. So it assumed that this is heavier because it had a heavy body than the medium roast and light roast. Then in the flavor characteristics of medium dark roast, they had a noticeable flavors and aromas. So in medium dark roast, you will notice the flavors and aroma because the aroma of the medium dark roast is strong. They had a strong aroma. Then somewhat spicy in taste. So I'd say that medium dark roast had a spicy in taste. Then milder acidity than the medium roast. So it is better than the medium roast for me because uh it is milder acidity unlike the medium roast. So lesser caffeine than the light and or medium roast. So it said that medium dark roast had a light had a is lesser caffeine than the medium roast and light roast. And the common names of the medium dark roast, they had a full city roast or roasted to the beginning of the second crack. Then after dinner roast, Vienna roast. So that's all for the medium dark roast. So let's proceed to the last types of roast, the dark roast. And the bean characteristic of dark roast, they had a dark shade of brown to black with lower density and brittle, smooth in texture, appear shiny and oily. So it's still oily like medium dark roast and unlike the medium roast and light roast. So said that the texture of the dark roast is smooth and it is brittle. It is not easily to break. And I mean it is easily to break. Then in the flavor characteristic of dark roast, they had low levels of acidity, have a bitter and smoky or even burnt taste, and high levels of bitterness when compared to the light or medium dark roast. So dark dark roast is had a bitter level, high levels of bitterness, and than the medium roast and light roast. So yeah. Next is caffeine is substantially decreased. So the caffeine of the dark roast is decreased. Then the common names of the dark roast is French roast, Italian roast, espresso roast, continental roast, New Orleans roast, and Spanish roast. So that's uh the four types of the roast levels. Then next, we're gonna proceed to the types of grinds. We had five types of the types of grinds. So first, the extra coarse grind. An extra coarse grind, cold brewing like the Toddy Brewer. Coffee grind most commonly used for French press coffee. So it said that the coarse coffee grind most commonly used in the French press. Then next is coarse grind. French press pot cupping, medium coarse, coffee grind used in the specialty device like Coffee Solo and Chemex brewers. So it said that in the coarse grind, they use French press pot and cupping and special device like Coffee Solo and Chemex brewer. So the cupping is a tasting method. It is a tasting method. This is how coffee is tasted by the producer or the customer to check the quality of the taste of the coffee. Then, and the Chemex brewer, this special device, it is a it is a pour over method. It is the water passes through a bed of coffee and a filter. Normally, the filter was made of paper. So that's for the coarse grind. And the third one is medium coarse grind. And the medium coarse grind, they have a coffee solo brewer, chemist brewer, medium coarse coffee grind use specialty device like the coffee solo and chemist brewer. So in the medium course, they have a coffee solo. So, coffee solo brewer. It it is it is keep the coffee hot because of the insulating cover, and it brings the best of out of the coffee beans. And then next for the four types of the grinds, they had a fine. We have fine grinds and fine grinds. So in fine grinds, they had a espresso, stovetop espresso or mocha pot. So it's stovetop espresso and mocha top are the same. So in espresso, it is brewed by the forcing hot water through finely ground coffee under the extremely high pressure. Then in the stovetop espresso or mocha top, it said that it makes a rich dark coffee. It is used to steam pressure to force the water through the ground coffee, which is then percolated into the top chamber. So that's for the fine grind. And let's proceed to the last types of grinds. So the last types of grinds, we had the extra fine grind. And in extra fine grind, they had a Turkish coffee or a brick and extra fine coffee grind used for Turkish coffee. So the an extra fine grind they used for Turkish coffee. So the Turkish coffee it is made in the CV, a typically long handled pot made from the copper. So that is the five. That's all for the five types of grinds. So thank you, thank you, thank you.